Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need.
Okay, so who would like to remind us how we got to where we are? Emma, would you like to do it as sort of your last time?
Oh, I wasn't here last session, so I don't
Oh, that's
know
right. Sorry, sorry.
where we're at now.
That would be, yeah, that's a bit tough for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So would somebody who was here last time like to remind us? Okay.
I was like, "Do you mean in general?" Like
Maddie, would you like to do it?
Sure. Um, okay. So, so we won the race, and we were standing outside. Cora was getting congratulated for winning. And we're approached by a few of the merchant princes. We noticed off to the side that the people who looked like the people that stole our stuff, the people dressed in black, they like ran off. And Efountain Talroa invited Cora to be his spokesperson and told us to meet him at 7 with no starters. And
Excellent memory of the detail there.
thank you. And then the merchant prince Afa, what is her first name? Something Afa.
Akeni Afa.
Yeah, Akeni Afa. I just wrote Miss Afa.
Yeah, and that's probably how she prefers to be addressed, to be honest.
She accused us of cheating, and she was not happy about her son losing. Jessamine comes up and congratulates Cora and lets her know what her options are for her prize or whatever. She can like meet the princes or like get money or that stuff. And Wakanga Amu comes up and he offers to sponsor us, and then he offers us a book, but like in like a way,
What was that?
like a and he also wants to invite us to dinner, but we were able to talk to him and be like, hey, how about lunch or like tea or like something along those lines, something that's earlier, that way we can like go everywhere. So we meet him for finger sandwiches instead. We learned that there's a poetry slam at Cessna's at 10. And we gave Lee some money for nearly dying after Mad Skills attempted to eat him.
Which didn't seem least bit suspicious that you guys couldn't handle Mad Skills and push him into the stall correctly, despite having won the race at a greater margin than ever in the history of dinosaur races.
Just because you can run with something doesn't mean you can put it away.
Fair enough.
So we go to Wakanga's, and he's got a whole bunch of food spread out, like little sandwiches and ice cold water and wine, which I think we all partook in the wine. You didn't? Okay. So everybody but Cora took part. He is the master of knowledge, and he like starts talking around the bush about this book. And he's like, I don't want to tell you directly what the book is, and I want you to tell me what the book is. That way we can like meet in the middle and figure out if it's the right book.
Did anybody figure out what that was?
It was either the maps and the logs, or it was my spell book, because he like noticed that I was a wizard and hit it off.
But actually, what he was doing was he was trying to figure out what it was you were after because he didn't know.
Oh, okay. Um, but
He's
he,
a bit of a poker player, that one.
Yeah. And he explained to us like what would happen if the wrong people were to get those charts and stuff into their hands, and how it could be bad for the entire city. We also learned that Zindar has not been around the last few days, and that he flew off across the ocean, and we assumed that he went to go recover his son's body. Oh, yeah. And that the jeweler's name, we found out his name was Iron Fist, and he was a disciple of Wakanga. And now he's working for the merchant Prince Xanthi, who is known for like jewels and stuff. And then we arrive at Ifan Tauroa's, and he's got like some sort of AC. Like you walk in and it's cool air. And then me and Dallin had this wonderful mind link conversation about what we should do and how to go about it. And it somehow turned into us saying, well, if he attacks, I can fireball, and then we can get the fuck out of here. But it was only between the two of us, so nobody else would know what was going on. And I think that's where we left off.
That was amazing.
Thank
well
you.
Done. Those are better notes than I took. Terrific. Well done. And for those of you who are interested or curious, what I was describing in terms of the air conditioning system is a real world system. In certain parts of the Middle East and Persia, you can find these constructed devices as part of the architecture of certain buildings. And they basically funnel wind as it comes through. And they do something without using any electricity or any power or anything other than the wind power itself. And they manage to cool it down so that you get sort of an air conditioning type effect. It's very, very intelligent. It's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years.
And he didn't have many food. But he did have ice water. So
he did. Well done. Henrietta, did we leave anything out? Is there anything you'd like to add?
Well, we found out that the mold type of stuff has crept down to the south near Chult. And that there are multiple portals and nexuses in the vicinity of Chult that Otamu he didn't know where they were, but he knew that there was some in the vicinity. And Joe Bell, some other merchant, he had scouts around to try to find them. And let's see. The Ifan Tauroa, he did get some of his guard from the Centrum to come with us trying to look for Sindar. We are
that's right.
Kind of been hired to find Sindar using Otamu's yacht, boat, call it what you want, to go and try and look for Sindar. Because he hasn't been heard from a couple of days.
Yes. Very good. And there's a potential risk, isn't there, that without the dragon turtle and Zindar, the city is exposed to an amphibious or waterborne attack.
Yep.
Very good. Anything you want to add there, Joe?
Just that we found out that the Tepka, the figurine, was left by Zendar because we've obviously done something that they didn't like, which, relates to his son, really. And that vegetable people have attacked the port already. I think other than that, we were going to see everybody in the morning down at the port to get on the boat to go find
And we were debating leaving earlier so that we didn't have to go with Zindar's guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Xanthi's guards. No. I was wrong. Wrong word. Taroa's.
Right, because Ifan Talroa wanted you to take 2 of his Zentrum, who happened to be the same group, in theory, that you got into a fight with on the high seas, which led to the death of Zagig. Although I think somebody did have a very bright idea of potentially bringing them along and then basically throwing them under the proverbial bus, as it were.
Offering. Peace offering to Zindar. Here you go. These guys killed your son.
That's true.
These are the exact 2 people in black clothing. I mean, that's pretty baller, really.
Absolutely.
And then he could do like the mind link thing where he like looks into your brain and like squiggles his fingers in there and like sees that his son was killed by people in black clothing.
Yeah.
Only if he feels so. Mind. Yeah, like his little mind tendrils.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. It's not a physical thing, obviously. He just sort of. No. It feels like he's penetrating your brain.
How freaky would it be if it was like a physical thing too? Like you just like sent out little. Yeah, would it?
Oh, we have those coming.
That's freaky.
We have the. It's not, and some of you actually know what they are.
Like
I won't name names. Henrietta. Yeah, maybe Emma knows too, but Henrietta's come across them for sure. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't give it away.
No.
If you see one, let's just say Satina should wear a hat.
Little tinfoil hat.
Yep.
Nice.
All righty. So, yes. So you guys have finished up your second lunch stroke dinner of the day after an exciting afternoon and swirling rumors still abound about how it is that, aside from the scandal associated with the discovery that Tyreek Afa had apparently been cheating and possibly had been cheating for weeks and weeks. And it's only the fact that that is a much bigger scandal that there hasn't been more of a question mark raised over the excessive speed that a rather average looking Allosaurus managed to beat the entire field of other dinosaurs, lapping them essentially in the process. Especially ridden by a completely novice rider whose only apparent special equipment seemed to be some steel stilettos that she didn't even use, really. And you are now about to start making your way slowly down to Susna's for dinner and the much anticipated poetry slam, when suddenly you see darkness spreading across the sky, dark, angry, sulfurous clouds coming from the general direction of the ocean. People all stare and stop. Some point fingers, some start to make signs of their gods or goddesses. Many run inside, women and men grabbing their children and their pets. One of the runners in the street comes up to you and says, "Quick, you must come. My master insists that you get to the harbor."
Who is your master?
He is Okanga Otamu. He wants you to go take a look at the island sooner.
Okay. Let's go then.
All right.
Little meta knowledge never hurt.
No.
Well done.
Well, we were going, and he's getting us the boat. So if he says we have to go now, we have to go now, and we don't have to bring the Centrum. So.
And as you go running down towards the Royal Harbor, you happen to spot Cessna in the street in his female human form. And he's looking at the sky going, "Oh, we're definitely going to have to postpone the poetry slam."
God damn it.
Oh no, what a shame.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Are you recording, by the way?
I am recording.
Yeah.
All right. You get down to the harbor and your boat is ready. There is a crew of 3, well, it appears to be 2 sailors and a skipper. It's a nice little yacht, nothing fancy. It's got a covering and it's got some oars and a sail. There's space for all of you to sit comfortably without having to do too much work, as long as the sails themselves are full, which they appear to be. And as it turns out, the skipper himself seems to have some magical abilities, because every once in a while he seems to cast some sort of spell and the sails fill, despite the fact that the wind may be coming from a different direction. Wakanga Otamu is standing there in front of the boat. He says, "Well, thank you for coming. I am so sorry that you must head out early, but it appears that there is something happening, and I'm quite concerned. My magic tells me this could be some sort of volcanic eruption, but we were not expecting this volcano to explode or have any kind of disturbance for at least another 1,000 years. My biggest concern is that something else has happened, and since this is the direction that Zindar was seen flying off towards, perhaps it would make sense to investigate sooner. Could you do that for us?"
Of course we can.
Alrighty,
As
just
I
going,
look,
oh
as I
no,
look round
Jade.
at everybody else, questioningly.
Well, do we get overtime?
You would receive the gratitude of a merchant prince of Put Nyanzaru, who would be forever in your debt, or at least until he pays you 100 gold pieces each.
Sure.
Then let's go.
Good. I shall pay anybody who survives upon your return. If you are dead, it doesn't count. Good luck.
I think he got us pretty cheap there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Absolutely.
We could just
you
go
would've-
back and get more money from.
But then we could just take his boat, so, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my
And then we
God.
wouldn't have to come back
I'm
here.
not suggesting we do. Just
All
saying.
right.
Guys,
We should probably
remember
talk
how-
about this on the boat.
Yeah. Probably.
Do you guys remember how we started this game and, Korra was like lawful good and
Yeah, but
Oh,
she's neutral now.
she's grown up. That's right. She's seen the world for what it is. It's
Exactly. She's she watched her whole family get murdered. Well, so she thought, even though her sister is alive. But she's seen a lot of shit in her short life. And she's getting a bit jaded by it, even at 20.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
only 20? Oh my goodness.
She's only 20.
Oh,
She's a baby.
Yeah.
Little
Well,
baby.
if you know anybody who's ever been a model, they get pretty jaded by the time they're 20, let me tell you. I wasn't a model, but I know people who are models, and they have a very cynical view on life after they've been doing it for a few years.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
surprised.
sad.
I couldn't be further from a model.
I don't know, Joe. I think the modeling world's heading toward you.
Yeah, not quite that size, no.
Anywho, so
moving on.
You all pile into the boat and the yacht, and it starts to sail off towards the harbor. The chains, which had been up since Zindar is missing, and they don't know what to do with the lack of security, is lowered specifically to allow your vessel to go through. At the same time, a number of other smaller boats that were obviously waiting outside and weren't given the clean passage decide to scoot on in, try to get past. And there's a lot of shouting and waving of bows and spears by some of the militia stationed on both sides of the harbor entrance. But some of the faster, more nimble ones managed to squeak in through. And as soon as the tail of your boat, your yacht, exits the harbor, the chains clank back up. You sail out, heading for unknown waters, uncertain what to expect, hoping beyond hope that you'll find some peaceful resolution to all this, but not knowing exactly what to expect. I'd like to ask each of you what you think could possibly happen.
I just hope it isn't
Let's
real.
start with Emma.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Real's done some tricky stuff. I'm not sure Aegeus would want his private getaway blowing up, so I don't think it's his cause. Unless Zindar has got real angry because he found the body of his son and having a temper tantrum or something.
Could he make a volcano erupt?
I think that sounds like Real might have managed to bring his...
Maybe they struck a deal.
His self back. Because that's what he was aiming to do, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was trying to bring his real self back, as opposed to... I can't remember what he is in terms of what it's called.
A lich?
A lich.
No, he's not a lich.
Well, like
it's animated form.
Or whatever?
He's like a clone, isn't he? But it's not a clone. I'm sure there's another name for it.
A simulacrum?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Simulacrum.
Maybe he's managed to bring himself back, and this is something along the lines of what that person is doing.
I don't think I want to deal with like real.
No.
For real.
Because I mean, he was powerful once he got his powers back, but at least he still like had a soft spot for us because we took care of him, or soft spot, so to say. I mean, we were.
I'd just like to make sure Aegeus is safe and he hasn't done something stupid.
Well, that's a very good possibility.
Could we like send a message to him or something? Be like, "Hey, you good? Headed back to the island."
I can do sending if you want. If you want to.
Only if you want to. I mean, I think it's the best way to like at least throw Aegeus off the table. If he's truthful.
Well, I mean, if we're only asking him, is everything okay? We get 25 words.
Yeah.
So if we want to do that, we've got to think about how we're gonna say it.
I think we've got like 2 or 3 days to think about it, right?
So because of the fact that the captain has some magical ability to constantly gust wind into the sails of the merchant vessel, and because this vessel is a little bit more streamlined and better quality, it won't take more than 24 hours to get to the island.
Okay, I can help him as well, and I can do my conjure animals. And hope that I get some sea creatures.
and they push. They get out and push.
No, we can tie some ropes to them. If it's dolphins, just tie some ropes to them, and they will drag for an hour.
Oh, you're gonna do the Aquaman summoning a whale type of thing?
Why not?
All right, yeah, cool. Let me look up a whale there. I have not. I'll see. This is that was not what I was expecting you to do. So well done, you.
Well, as long as I get a long rest, I can do it. If I'm not gonna do it because I need to save the spells.
Killer whale CR3. Okay, but I'm pretty sure there's a shark that's CR2. Hunter shark CR2. There you go.
Can have dolphins, like 8 of them. That's CR.
Oh, I'll give you dolphins if you can make the dolphin sound.
Oh, I can't. Are you crazy?
Go for it.
No.
You can do it.
Illusion the picture of a dolphin to make her concentrate on dolphins. Would that help?
I don't think so. I can't even remember what they sound like.
Minor illusion. Just like the face of a dolphin.
I can't even remember
to encourage
what they
her.
sound like.
You know what? I'll lower the CR on that one, but you still have to make the dolphin noise. I'll give you a whole pod of dolphins.
I can't remember what they sound like. I never met a dolphin. I haven't seen Flipper since I was a kid.
Come on, we all know what dolphins sound like, don't we?
No.
Okay, I'll let her get dolphins if anybody can make dolphin sounds.
I just
feel like who did that? Where? I missed it.
Me, Emma. Hi.
Oh,
do it again.
Yeah, I figured you would do it. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Go for it. I thought I sounded a bit under the weather.
I never said it was good, but I said I'd do it.
Yeah. You did it.
It's so high pitched. I feel like it would hurt in headphones.
Yeah.
All right, and suddenly a pod of 8 dolphins show up.
Nice.
And they start squeaking at you. Are you all right? You sound sick.
I think I got a cold.
Oh, well, you have to gargle with salt water. And one of them blows some water through their blowhole. Like that. So, did you need something?
I guess this is Dallin's.
Is it mine? What?
You're conjuring.
I'm conjuring.
Yeah.
You're conjuring, yeah.
What did you want me to do? Sorry, my daughter was up in my face, so I was a little bit.
The dolphins are asking
strap
what
rope
you
to
want.
them or something.
Hmm?
Wasn't it your idea to like strap rope to something and have them pull us for an hour?
Yeah, if I get dolphins, why not? Just strap some rope. I have 50 feet of hempen rope, so I can tie it to the front of the boat and get them to and tie it in front of their fins.
Yeah, sure. And they let you tie the rope to them. You make a harness. As they sail past you, the captain of the boat looks over and goes, "Oh, tain't never seen that before."
Princess.
How did you do that again? Was it e?
Exactly. Yeah, like that.
And he scratches his scruffy beard and puffs on his pipe and says, "I'll have to remember that one."
Yeah, keep practicing. I'm sure you'll get it.
And he mutters to himself as he keeps steering, making these strange little noises under his breath the whole time.
We just turned a captain into a Disney prince.
And the dolphins let you strap them to the front and sides of the pleasure yacht, which between them and the wind itself means that they're basically traveling close to dolphin speed, which is about 40 feet per round in seawater. So you guys are practically hydrofoiling your way across the ocean.
Nice. Who needs a motor?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the whole slavery of animals thing is a separate issue.
Yeah, but
Well,
killing.
they're not animals.
Is it
They're
something they
fae.
want to?
Sorry, what? I didn't hear what some people said there.
Go ahead, Emma.
I was gonna say, is it slavery if they want to? The Stockholm syndrome.
I mean, compulsion is not exactly not slavery.
Helping a buddy out.
Yeah, that's true. And you did send out the international distress signal. That's the bit of Morse code I didn't learn when I was a kid. Okay, so you guys are clipping along. The boat is practically on the back half, with the front half being pulled so fast that it's actually slightly coming out of the water. So you look a little bit like a cigarette boat. You know, if there were such things as airborne patrols, they'd be circling you looking for drugs. And you guys see the island up ahead. There is clearly some sort of volcanic eruption. The sky around the island is completely dark, and the crown of the volcano, which forms the main highest point of the landmass, is spewing lava.
Ooh.
Plus all kinds of toxic ash and other particulates in the air. The air itself feels absolutely horrible. It's not only is it typically humid, the wind from the ocean, of course, blows some of that away, but the sulfurous fumes still linger, and you all find it difficult to breathe.
Pretty though.
Pretty.
You know,
Joe,
who needs to breathe?
You're such a girly girl.
I really am not, actually, but you know.
And the captain asks you where you want to go. Presumably you want to go to the same cove as before?
Yeah. Where we left off with the Aegeus.
Okay. So you pull into the cove, and one of the first things you notice is that there is a new landmass, sort of a landmass, in front of the cove.
Huh.
I want to live there.
It's terrifying, isn't it?
That's eggs. I want to live there.
I imagine the damp must be horrible. What was that show, Rising Damp? That was brilliant.
Reggie Perrin, wasn't it?
Yes. So that is blocking the harbor entrance. You can easily get around it, but it is obviously something that wasn't there the last time you visited. You also see somewhere farther off into the distance, out of your direct line of sight, but you can see the sort of the secondary range effects of what appear to be explosions or something occurring somewhere further back on the beach.
We stop at the house or keep going?
Call up, I suppose. Hello! Is anybody up there?
The dolphins squeak at you.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Keep going.
You don't hear a response from the house. Everybody can give me a perception check, though. Wow.
Go.
Okay.
I'm obviously on high alert today.
You are. Yeah. Cora, notices that she doesn't hear anything from the house except a light humming sound, almost sort of mechanical or magical in nature.
I'm going to relay that to the party. It's mechanical in nature. Do we stop or should we carry on?
I think we should carry on. Down the beach seems like it might need our attention a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to keep going. So you land on the beach. What do you guys want to do once you get to the beach?
What can we see?
Well, you see the boat. You see Aegeus's boat. Sorry, what else? What were you trying to say there, Joe?
Just what you said that there were explosions happening on the beach. Can we see anything to that effect? Can we see any of that happening, or is that further away than where we are?
Yeah, it's not very far. It's just that there's a lot of growth in the bushes in the jungle there, but clearly there's a fight going on someplace or something, and you hear the trampling of trees and bushes. You hear the occasional screech or squeal of some animal, possibly a dinosaur, and you hear the magical sounds of attacks and spells going off. And as you are standing around waiting, you notice that the burial mound for Zagig is completely unearthed.
Mm. Think Zindar's up ahead? Possibly.
Can we actually see any people or animals, or can we just hear?
You can hear a lot. There are some large animal footprints or dinosaur footprints that have come through the beach recently.
If we're continuing to run that way, Meridian is staying in the back of the group.
Why?
Because she fears Zindar might be up ahead.
Oh, what's he possibly gonna do to you now?
Well, if he's like throwing a temper tantrum, I don't really want to be in the middle.
Well, I mean,
do we want to go and investigate what's going on, or do you want to do something else?
Yeah. Because then we could probably find the source of why the volcano is erupting.
Yeah.
At least hopefully.
So we're going to head towards all the noise.
Yes.
You're going to head towards all the noise? Alrighty. Yeah, so you are traipsing through the jungle and heading towards the general direction of all the noise. You start to see signs that all the vegetation has been trampled, obvious signs of some sort of flame or fire damage. Lots of the plants have been burnt, destroyed. Some of them are also, significantly, they're not just burnt, but some of them also have been, it appears sort of torn out by the roots, if that makes sense. And have been, you see logs just sort of scattered around as if they've been lifted up and tossed or thrown someplace. It's all very strange in terms of general layout. Does anybody have any nature checks? Nature proficiency?
Nope.
I do. I do.
Okay, yeah. Would you like to roll a nature check?
40.
Okay. Well, the 14, you know that this is definitely not normal, to say the least. It looks to you as if, you know how like lightning can strike a tree and sometimes set it on fire and then blast it. It looks nothing like that. It looks like somebody literally took a giant hand and just ripped this out of the earth, or broke it off like a twig. It doesn't follow it doesn't follow the actual length of the tree trunk. It just basically is sort of broken and twisted. You come to a clearing, and you realize you're actually traipsing across the island at a pretty fast clip, following the noise, and you basically realize you're heading back towards the general direction where you fought the black dragons. You arrive in a clearing, and you see Zindar apparently facing off against a whole group of Deinonychuses, a T-Rex, and a Triceratops. You guys can put your tokens anywhere in the lower right-hand corner. Okay, I'm going to put Maddie. Okay, yeah, cool.
Sorry, I was just getting it off my screen, getting it off the bio.
No worries. And Joe, it looks like.
Yeah, I'll be there in 1 second.
God.
And Zindar is screaming at the dinosaurs, apparently, just firing off, spells, and you can barely hear what he's saying, even though he's obviously going at the top of his lungs. Anybody with a passive perception over 15? Is that anybody?
Yep.
I think mine is 15.
Mine is 17.
Okay. So Dallin, you can hear fairly clearly that he's yelling, "Give me back my son!"
Oh,
Called
goodness.
it. Meridian's breaking out into a cold sweat, and not because she's a white-scaled dragonborn.
Let's roll initiative.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm excited to get into a fight.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I can never tell if you guys like fights or don't like. I mean, I think you guys do.
I love fights.
Whoa.
Fights are great.
It depends.
Hello.
If I'm all out of spell slots, I don't like fights.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough.
Where is my initiative?
I guess it's been a while. People have forgotten how to do the initiative.
Yeah.
For those who forgot, you have to click on your token, and then.
I thought I had. My bad.
Okay.
Good initiative, Emma.
I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small dinosaurs. One slightly bigger dinosaur and one really big dinosaur, and then something off to the top left. And I can see my token, and that's all I can see. Is that?
Okay.
You don't have the background?
So you're saying the map is black for you? Is it black for everybody else?
No.
It's not. No, it's not black. I can see a big circle of stuff, but I can't see anybody else, as in anybody else's token.
Where is your?
Move it closer to us. Like down and over 1.
So you are here. Oops, sorry.
There you are.
Emma, Joe, the group is down here. So I'm going to move you to the group.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the rest of the guys are up here. Okay. Can you see everything now?
I've only got let me just measure it. Oh, my computer's not playing ball.
It might be your.
Feet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll change that for you. It should be. It should all be sorted out, but let me just. I can always make a manual adjustment. Sometimes I use the same maps just to limit the amount of extra work you guys have to do.
I can also only see like 20 feet.
Oh, there we go.
Is that better for everybody?
I can see
Yeah.
the whole map now.
Okay. So I don't need to change your token then?
No.
Okay.
No,
all right.
See it.
Good. So we fixed that problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure. Okay. Joe, you want to be all the way out there, do you?
All the way out where?
Oh, okay. Never mind. Some reason you're on my... it's not updating, I guess. Okay. Okay. So, yes, you guys are... now, strictly speaking, you're not actually part of this fight just yet. There are the Deinonychuses, there's a T-Rex, and there is, of course, a Triceratops, and there is Zindar. You don't necessarily need to be involved in anything. But you probably would need to get involved if you want to save Zindar. Well, it's not true. It's not necessarily the case that Zindar is going to lose, but he is certainly outnumbered, put it that way. And anybody have an insight? Anybody have a passive insight over 14?
Nope.
It's 10 plus mod plus proficiency, right?
It's what, sorry?
So it'll be
passive?
10 plus your sorry, it'll be your wisdom modifier.
Wisdom modifier? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it proficiency as well?
If you are proficient in insight.
Yeah. Then I
Okay, then I'm 14.
I'm 17.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm confused as to how you work that out.
So it's basically just your proficiency. So like when you see the skill number and it's got a number next to it, which is your proficiency and your modifier if you're proficient.
Yeah, so
you
I've
just
got
add
5
that to
wisdom
10
and 3. Ah, right, so I've got 18.
Yeah. Okay.
All very insightful.
Don't. Yes. So those of you with a fairly high insight will realize that Zindar, whom you know can fly, is standing on the ground, and his posture, despite being outnumbered by a number of dinosaurs, seems to suggest that he's being extremely aggressive, almost reckless.
Oh gosh.
So he's yelling at the dinosaurs to give him back his son. Can we see his son? Did the dinosaurs have his body?
That's a good question. That would be your action. Oh, sounds like somebody's got a... That's okay. Are you okay? Are you...
Yeah, I choked on my
lung
own
transplant?
No, I'm just clumsy than my own body.
All right. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go in initiative turn order, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So typically things like that, Joe, just so you know, would actually be in action. Sometimes I'll let you guys have that for free in the game because in the middle of combat, because it's pretty obvious. But I'll let each of you do that on your turn because this is something a little bit more detailed. Like, it's like at a minimum, it's like trying to find your spouse or a significant other in a crowded parking lot or shopping center, right? It's like you really do need to take some time to find them. And if you're dealing with children, it'll take you probably 3 or 4 hours. Meridian, would you like to do anything?
All I'm going to do is be thankful his anger is currently being directed at a horde of wild dinosaurs instead of me. I will come over to this tree stump and I will attempt to hide.
Oh, right. Excellent.
So
yeah, let's have a stealth check.
9.
Yeah, maybe like the whole white on dark green motif isn't really working in your favor at the moment. You kind of, for the rest of you, it's like she's sort of standing out like a bit of a beacon. But you know, it's better than nothing. At least you get some cover. You'll get half cover if anything happens.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Whereas Dallin, on the other hand, who literally has green hair.
I'm just gonna say nope and walk away. No, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see.
Session over.
Yep. Let's see. I have 70 feet. I'm gonna run, use my movement and my action to dash and go over there, 70 feet.
Wow. Jeez. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
No. That's
okay.
it.
Satina with her stubby legs.
Yes, I'm just gonna move up my full movement of 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna look to see if I can see Zagig's body on the dinosaurs.
Yes, go ahead and roll perception.
What I want to do would be a bad idea if they're holding his body.
Right.
Perception. That's a 10?
Well, it's not clear. You can see that the T-Rex doesn't seem to have it in his mouth, or the Triceratops, but in the whole jumble of what's going on, you can't really see the ground very clearly. There's a lot of undergrowth. You can't see the Deinonychuses. So if there's something on the ground in front of them, you wouldn't be able to notice that. But the T-Rex clearly hasn't got, some humanoid body dangling from his jaws and flailing the legs around as he's sort of being attacked or attacking Zindar.
Oh, well, that's good.
Do you share that with the rest of the party?
Oh, yeah. I'll be like, so the dino's not eating him. So that's good, right? Or in the process of eating him. But I can't see anything else, so I'm sorry. That's all I can see. Got a short stature.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're like standing on your tippy toes.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of tippy toes, Joe, Cora with her steel stilettos of intimidation. You're probably like 6'3" now?
Yeah, at least. I think I'm going to use my action to dash and do a full 60 feet to here. Yeah, and I've used my action, so I can't look to see if I can see Zagig, so I shall stay there.
Okay. As you run up to that bush, you hear someone go, Cora.
What?
Okay, I'm looking around.
And you see Aegeus hiding in the bushes.
He's got the right idea.
He's like, what are you doing here?
We came to get Zindar.
Well, could you hurry it up?
Why are you hiding?
do you mean, why am I hiding? He's completely stark raving.
But I thought you wanted dinosaurs. I'd have thought you'd help him.
You told me not to. I wish you would make up your mind.
Well, considering they're attacking him, I think we ought to help him, don't you?
Before he answers, we're going to go to the next turn. The Deinonychuses run in different directions. Some of them towards Zindar, some of them slightly away from him. Most of them definitely away from the T-Rex.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Zindar casts a spell, and he sets off a fireball right in the middle of some of the Deinonychuses, and basically blows half of them to smithereens.
Well, if he's doing that, then his son is not in that vicinity, because he wouldn't risk burning his son's body, would he? Uh-oh.
The T-Rex is going to attack. Emma, would you like to give us an attack roll?
Sure.
I bet you want him to succeed.
Absolutely. 17. I mean, I don't. Meridian does. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so the T-Rex manages to chomp down on him. Actually, why don't you give us a second one as well?
And do 15.
Okay. He's going to bite. You see that sort of a temporary shield seems to pop up in front, and the second attack doesn't do anything, but the first one gets through and manages to take a gigantic gouge out of him. And Zindar, despite taking what appears to be a horrific damage from being bitten on his shoulder, just seems to get angrier and yells, "I'm going to tear you all apart." The Triceratops, sensing that fleeing is probably the smarter thing to do, starts running in your direction, and out of fear will attack Cora. Henrietta, would you like to do that?
Sure.
I know you don't really want to.
No.
But...
You have to ask, can you do that? Not do you want to.
Fair enough. Sorry. Okay. I don't think that's going to work. So what's your armor class now? Is it 18?
19.
19. Okay, so yes, it comes trampling down at you, but you manage to stand your ground, and you just see Cora literally stand her ground, and the stilettos kind of dig in, and she just blunts the Triceratops attack and turns his head away. At which point, Aegeus goes, "Bloody hell. Nice one." Meridian. Oh, yes, I forgot to add Aegeus. Aegeus will go after the Triceratops. Sorry. And he'll say, well, I was just here trying to set up my camp and find some more materials, and this bastard shows up and starts attacking everything, including me. I was completely out of spell slots, and look at him. He cut my face. He burned my cape.
Graven mad.
Something about his son. Do you know anything about that?
Well, you know Sargig.
Yes, but he didn't meet Zindar.
No, but I was going to explain that Zagig was Sindar's son.
Aegeus will say, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And he's going to move from his hiding spot and hide behind this log. Meridian,
who is already traveling in that direction, is going to go that same way and attempt to hide and be like, Aegeus, what are you doing here?
What? You're here too?
No, I'm a ghost.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of that going around.
Okay. I'm just going to try and duck down with them and hide again.
He holds your hand and he closes his eyes and he just starts whispering, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
I find that so incredibly distracting. I forget to hide, apparently. What are you talking about? Pull yourself together.
He's insane. He's going to kill us all.
I know he is.
Well, that's not very comforting, is it? Dallin, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Let's see. 30 feet up, and then I'm. Let's see. 90 feet. That should be enough. I'm gonna cast a moonbeam.
Ooh.
On the T-Rex.
Ooh, what's that?
Fancy.
Fancy.
'Tis fancy.
So that's a Constitution saving throw for the dinosaur. So probably gonna save.
Yep.
Oh, right. I have to do that. Not used to that. 9. DC 15.
So, I think it's when they move into the moonbeam, right? So it'll be on their turns?
Yeah, it says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So,
yes.
Yeah. So it's next turn.
It'll be on their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So where is it going to be cast? On which one?
The
right. T-Rex?
Yeah. Right above
okay.
T-Rex.
Do you want to use a spell, one of the spell things?
Spell things?
One of the tokens, the character tokens for spells.
Sure. Those
Sorry.
spell things.
I told you guys, I'm not 100%.
Oh.
I'm like maybe 65. And doing that scared Aegeus just took a lot out of me.
So,
okay.
Right above it. So you see the kind of a moonshine go down on like a halo.
Okay. Yes.
Oh. That's the verbal component of moving.
Oh. What kind of language is that?
You can do that, Henrietta, but you can't do the e.
I was just thinking that.
Okay, well, everybody is suddenly looking at this, ennobled dinosaur. Who knows? Maybe this will start a new religion.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well done. Okay, very good. Satina.
I'm going to cast a firebolt at the Triceratops to try and help out Cora.
Okay, a firebolt.
Firebolt.
Yeah, not a ball, because,
I don't want to do a ball.
I'll do a ball next time. Are you positive?
Yeah,
that is a 19 to hit.
Nice.
Yes, 19 will definitely hit. Ooh, 17 points.
17 damage. That is nice.
That's a lot of damage.
Rolled it myself.
You rolled it yourself?
With the help of AI.
You rolled it. You're so proud. Oh, well
I rolled
done.
it all by myself.
The Triceratops rears its head and shakes its horns. And backs away from Cora, thinking that somehow Cora did this. And it looks a little bit scared of Cora now.
Make an intimidation. Ride it.
Yeah, right. Cora's got the intimidation stilettos. So, speaking of Cora.
Yeah. So, it attacked me, so I'm going to attack it.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, don't give me that.
Getting blasted.
He was just hanging out, having a munch.
He tried to kill me.
Well, he was scared. He was
do the same.
He was just running in the direction that it was away from him.
Just no.
Oh, wow.
Just
Golly.
no.
Delicious.
So I am gonna go for inflict wounds at level 2. 17 to hit for 26 damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, that'll hit. Wow. Yeah, this thing is already very seriously wounded. He looks very, very upset and a bit scared and keeps backing away on his haunches. The 3 Deinonychuses left swarm Zindar and start attacking him endlessly. Ooh, hang on. If the DM could stop messing up everything.
Dope would it be if you rode a dinosaur into battle? It's like, how cool would that be?
Yeah, you could do that. If you could have brought mad skills along if you wanted to.
On the boat?
Yes, there was space on the boat to bring mad skills.
Well, now we know.
Now we know.
Maddie, Henrietta, and Emma, would you like to each roll an attack for the Deinonychuses?
Oh.
Oh.
Funny.
Ooh, 17, 4, and 3. So they technically get 3 attacks each, but I'm going to just run 1 attack to save on the rolls. Unless you guys feel like rolling more dice. Do you guys want to roll more dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Go for it.
2 more.
2 more each.
Yep.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Poor guy.
I feel like that wasn't really
empathy.
Yeah.
The lack of empathy.
He can handle himself. He's got it.
So 19, 17. So actually only... Hang on a second. I lost my NPC character sheet. Pardon? Yeah, so 2 of them are going to get through, and he'll take a little bit of damage. But he doesn't look that bad, although the T-Rex bite was definitely a lot worse. Okay, sorry. Okay. And Zindar will go. He is going to he casts a fireball on himself.
Oh.
Seriously? This dude is deranged.
He is off his rock ore. And it appears that he absorbs some of the energy. But in doing so, he still takes some damage. Let's have Joe, Maddie, and Henrietta. Actually, each of you can roll a saving throw for each of the remaining dinosaurs. Ooh, so Maddie was first. Okay. This one is going to survive. This one is going to die. This one is also going to die, and the T-Rex is going to take some damage as well. Of course, by now the entire jungle is filled with the smell of burning flesh.
Naturally.
Naturally. Okay. All right, and let's see. The T-Rex will go. Emma, do you want to attack for the T-Rex? Is that a 6?
Yeah, 6.
Okay, yeah. So that doesn't get through. He manages to shake it off.
Should I?
Oh, actually, it does get through. Oh, it does get through. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, he can't use his. Oh no, he does. He casts another shield. Okay, so.
Should I roll a saving throw for a T-Rex now, or should we take the last roll that I did?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So that'll be 2d10.
Well.
Or half.
Half. Let's see, Moonbeam. Where do you go? There you are. Oh my god. 2 points. I had 17 on the last one that I did. And now I got 4. That's so sad.
The T-Rex flinches as it gets a little bit of a sunburn or moonburn.
That's so sad.
Somewhere between a dinosaur and a Wookiee. Aegeus looks at what's going on over there and goes, Did you just see that? He cast a fireball on himself.
Yeah, he's mad.
You don't know anything about this, do you?
Maybe a little.
He rolls an insight check on you. Oh my god, you're the reason why he's here. And he runs away from you. And he hides behind Satina.
Oh,
hey, you are.
Meridian, your turn.
I'll take a pot shot at the Triceratops.
Okay.
That's a whole 11.
That's a whole miss.
Okay.
It bounces off the Triceratops's armor. The metal plate, the large bony plate around its head.
Yeah, I'll just keep shifting this way then. That's it.
Okay. You're not twinning it?
No.
Okie doke. All right. Dalin.
Yes. I'm gonna move closer. 30 feet. And I'm gonna keep my moonbeam where it is. But I am going to cast, let's see, moonbeam is concentration. That's also concentration. Really need to think this through.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of druid spells. Most of them are concentration.
Yes. If I try to hit the dinosaur, the T-Rex, in the back, and I use Ice Knife, which has an area of effect on it, within 5 feet, will I also hit Sindor? If I hit the dinosaur in the back? Try to?
Can you post it again? I can't remember the exact details. I feel like it doesn't. You don't control what it hits, right?
No, it explodes when it hit.
Yeah.
Hit or miss,
So it's each creature.
Yeah, but if I try to hit the dinosaur in the back, it would explode back here, and within 5 feet here, it wouldn't hit Sindor.
Yep.
Of course, if I miss, that's another question. that's up to you to decide. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit Zendar, he's not gonna mind.
Are you sure?
I mean, he's already so angry at you guys. How much worse could it get?
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my action to dash. Let's see, up there. And if I correct, I think I'm within. Yes, I'm in 60 feet. I'm going to use Healing Word on Sindar.
Ooh.
To just
Nice.
to try
going for the love. Kill them with kindness.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know why that didn't cast. It's a first level. That's weird. Let's see.
You have to set it. Did you set it as an attack spell?
I think so.
To roll. Do you want me to try to fix it?
I just had to do it from another place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 5 points of healing to him.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna yell, "I did that!"
Okay, I was gonna have you roll a perception check for Zendar to see if you notice it.
Okay.
But since you yelled "I did that," he's going to suddenly realize that a couple of the scratches have started to heal themselves, and he looks between the legs of the Tyrannosaurus, bends down, and he looks between the legs, and he looks at you and goes, "Oh, I'll deal with you in a minute."
Okay.
Satina.
Oh shit, it's my turn. Okay. I'm going to I'm a little surprised. I'm gonna do 2 because I looked over and I saw that Cora was next. I didn't realize you had already gone, like turn order. I'm gonna do 2 magic missiles on the T-Rex and then 1 on the Deinonychus.
Okay. All right.
So that's 4 and 4.
Okay. So the Deinonychus takes 4, is it, or 2?
4.
Okay. And the T-Rex takes 6. Okay.
6.
Right. Cool. Very good. Anything else?
If you went that way, then the Deinonychus would only take 2, and then the T-Rex gets 6. So I only did 3 bolts.
Yeah, I gave the. Oh, did I do that wrong? Yeah. So he gets 4. Yeah, sorry. I told you guys I'm not.
No, you're totally fine. I thought I was doing the math wrong.
No, today don't assume anything. I'm loopy as heck.
And then I'm going to take
else?
my movement.
Okay.
And I'm going to come down behind the stump.
Okay, and the stump is basically your height.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
All right, Cora.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here.
Oh, that will provoke the old attack of opportunity. You want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. She's going in full. Who wants to roll that one?
Sure.
Yeah. Emma's like, I'm leaving after today. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it tries to gore you as you slip past, but
I'm just going to glare at it, and it just, shies away.
And it whimpers.
Yeah.
That's what a Triceratops sounds like?
Yeah.
When it's
my world. That's what I'm saying. If the dolphins can sound like eat, then I think a Triceratops can sound like that. Okay. Was there something else that Cora wanted to do?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was just my movement. So for my action, I'm at 60 feet from him, and I'm going to use my cantrip. I haven't used my cantrip in a while. Cancel the debt.
Ooh.
Oh, 13 damage.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bells go ringing everywhere. It's starting to sound a bit like Christmas.
I'm too far from Zindar at the moment to do my bonus action. Never mind. And that's me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to balance something out on the screen so I can get everything to show up on the... Right, okay. The Deinonychus, the remaining Deinonychus is also going to try to attack. Joe, do you want to roll 3?
3?
Yes.
Okay.
They're fast little suckers.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
There's a crit in there.
Yeah, there's a crit in there for sure. So that'll be a few extra points. Yep. Okay. And Zindar will go after being bitten by that. He will... He's going to move away from the Deinonychus. Henrietta, would you like to give us one attack? Okay, that is not going to succeed because of the shield. And he's going to then cast what appears to be a firebolt. Those of you who have seen Satina do it recognize that immediately. And it is going to hit and finish off that Deinonychus. It squeals as it falls to its side and collapses. The T-Rex will go and attempt to attack Zindar. Maddie, would you like to roll one?
Six.
Okay, so it misses Zindar completely. And the Triceratops. Now that Cora is no longer in front of it, it's going to keep running. And Aegeus sees it coming towards him and he shouts, "Holy crap!" And he sort of dodges out of the way. "Keep that thing away from me." And he shoots a cantrip at it. It's a little firebolt as well. And he manages to hit it. And the Triceratops kind of squeals in agony and keeps going. Meridian, your turn.
Gonna keep moving this way. But I'm gonna peek around the corner, see how we're doing. How can I try and get a bead on how bad this T-Rex is looking?
Well, I mean, you guys know the rule, right? It's basically if you can see that it's bloodied, then it's down to half hit points, and it doesn't technically look bloodied yet.
Okay. I nod in satisfaction, and I will hide. I am not getting involved. I will defend my friend, not Mr. Zindar.
I feel like 12. Emma, I feel like your character's swan song should be "Blaze of Glory."
I don't know. We'll see.
Ironically.
I don't like how he's looking at Dallin, though. Don't like that.
Yeah, well, you know.
I can speak talk him.
All right. Speaking of.
Yes, we forgot to do the moonbeam on the T-Rex.
Yes, go for it.
So let me. My God, it's just sad.
Okay, well, it does do some damage.
Yeah.
And this time it, let's see. Do you want to roll a perception check for the T-Rex?
Sure. Press B. 16.
Okay, so he's going to know that this is something that is burning him, and he's going to move out of the way. Okay, Dallin, your turn.
Okay. So as my action, I'm gonna move the moonbeam on top of him. Again. You're not cutting away. And I'm gonna do.
And the T-Rex shakes a tiny little foreleg in your general direction.
And I'm gonna do another healing word on Sindor. A little better. A little bit better.
Oh, okay.
So 6 more.
All right. Satina.
Yes. I think just going to see how far I am from the things. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to firebolt the T-Rex. Because the Triceratops, is that still like, does he look mad? Does he look like he's going to attack? Or would that be a roll?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess that's probably closer to a roll, really.
Okay. So I'm just going to
firebolt. At the moment, you're looking
T-Rex.
at its backside, right?
Yeah. So, 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Wow.
Nice.
For 10.
Yeah. Nice job.
Thank you. And I'm going to move away from the Triceratops.
Yeah.
I think that's probably for the best.
Aegeus goes, where are you going?
Behind the stump.
Don't leave me. All right, Cora.
Okay, I'm going to move a little closer. I'm going to toll the dead the T-Rex again.
Good damage.
It hits.
Well, hang on.
Oh, does it?
Got to double check that one. Ooh, it does not. Well, yours is 16, right? So yeah, T-Rex is pretty high constitution.
Yeah.
It's wisdom.
And then I'm going to use.
Oh, sorry, it's wisdom. I apologize. Thank you.
The moonbeam is constitution.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so that'll be 18. Thank you.
So it hits?
It does hit, yes. And now it is bloodied.
Okay. And then I'm going to healing word.
Henrietta, by the way, you sound a little faint.
Okay. Let's see.
And I've got you on maximum volume, so.
Okay. I'm going to try to fix it.
That's better.
So Zindor gets 9.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. He's starting to notice the effects of it. Okay. Cool. Deinonychus are all toast. Zindar. What does he want to do?
Kill the T-Rex.
He is going to cast a spell.
Uh-oh.
That's completely unnecessary.
Well, a spell, in the way you said it, sounds so ominous. Like, it's going to cast a spell.
It's not, I mean, okay, he's targeting the T-Rex, all right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he's going to cast a spell at the T-Rex. Because he's so close, he doesn't step away. Although it shoots from his fingertips. Let's see. Okay, he will hit the T-Rex with another firebolt, and we'll do some damage. Yep, the T-Rex will turn around and try to attack him. You want to roll the Constitution save there, Henrietta?
Sure.
Okay. Yep. So that will, and yours is 16 as well, is it?
15.
Oh, okay. In that case, he will save.
Mhm.
And how much damage is it?
Okay, lose the moonbeam every time. There you go. So 5.
11. So 5. Okay.
Yes.
And he's going to attempt to chomp on Zindar. Emma, why don't you do that since you've been hiding most of the time?
Yep. Hey!
Ooh.
Natural.
Nice.
I mean,
No,
everybody else
that's
is like trying to
nice.
heal Zindar, and
Yeah.
Emma's like, yeah, I got a crit.
I'm not doing anything. It is the dice, not me.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you roll the damage. So
Okay.
Ooh.
8d12 plus 7.
Oh.
8d12.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of dice.
4, and then plus 7.
Why'd you have to make me do math? You can just roll the 8d12. Just
I can do it
34.
if you want.
I've got a massive headache.
It's
So,
41.
48.
All right,
What?
41, 48. So he takes 48 points of damage.
Oof.
How do you get that? So okay, never mind.
And although technically it was the T-Rex, he looks at Meridian and somehow knows that somehow Meridian was behind it.
The audacity!
The Triceratops keeps running away from this mayhem. If he spoke common, he'd probably be muttering something about you crazy humanoids, you crazy two-leggeds. Aegeus, meanwhile, is taking the hide action.
Didn't turn into such a wuss.
He's got no spell slots.
Okay.
Although, is Zindar looking a little bloody at all?
Oh yeah. Oh, at this stage, he looks very, very bad.
Okay.
He is. He's definitely more than bloodied.
Okay, I'll go up and I'll go like, oh crap! It's actually gonna kill him.
Just so much for the cheering at this stage, right?
I will, albeit reluctantly, cast Chaos Bolt. I'm not going to twin it, because if I twin it, I have to target Zindar. So,
okay.
I will cast 1 Chaos Bolt towards the oof.
Okay. Goes off into the atmosphere and heads in the general direction of the volcano.
Okay. Then that is it.
Okay. What kind of damage was it?
That would have been either fire or psychic.
Which one was it?
I would have chosen psychic.
Okay. Thank you. Dallin.
See. So the T-Rex did move last turn, right?
No, he's a bit silly. Mechanically, if he moves, you'll just move it again. So
yep. I just need to.
So we might as well just, since it's one target, as long as he doesn't move so far out of range.
True. What to do? I'm just gonna send another healing word towards Zindor.
Oh. All this love.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to.
Almost all this love.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use. So 8.
Okay.
No.
Obviously, he looks a little better.
Yeah. And I'm not.
He's still bloodied though.
Yep. Not gonna do anything for my action. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Stay there. Yeah.
Okay. Satina.
Yes. Yeah, just keep it, keep it flashy, I suppose. Keep it with the good old firebolt. 15?
Now there's how you're supposed to shoot a firebolt.
No, you just do it like every other weapon you own. You just knock it back and you go pew pew pew.
Yep, get her done.
Now, does a 15 hit, or did I just waste my time in my accent?
Nope, you hit it square on.
Oh,
nice shot,
nice. Lady. Thank you.
Oh boy, somebody's going to be complaining about this one.
Hey, I'm Southern. I can make fun of the accent.
Absolutely. You're allowed to, as long as you're actually part of the group.
Absolutely, and my family is mostly hick, so there we go. Yeehaw.
You guys are going to meet an NPC soon that I've been thinking of. Anywho, Cora.
Okay, so I am gonna do my usual cantrip on the T-Rex.
Wow.
Oh, okay, so that's not going to hit. But I am going to use my bonus action to healing word Zindor at level 4. So he gets 19 hit points.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Show off.
Sorry, what?
Show off.
You just said show off.
Oh.
I've been using 3 spell slots. And I didn't come near it. God damn it.
I do get Disciple of Life, that's 6. And then, a level 4 spell slot gives me an extra 5.
Yeah.
So.
Meanwhile, Emma's over there cheering her crits.
I mean, the crits are exciting. Come on. Except for when they're against you. But thankfully, it's not against me, so I can be happy.
It definitely should be lawful evil. Zindar. Sorry, what's that?
Neutral.
Zindar will also try to cast another firebolt. And this one is also going to hit. The T-Rex is looking really awful. At this point, he's going to try to run away. Although I guess he has to take the moonbeam damage first. So do you want to do that one?
Yeah. There's the save. And it's the damage.
Ooh. Wow. And it turns around and starts running off. And just as it does, this nimbus of radiant energy bathes it. And you just see, the rest of you just see the skull start to desiccate. And the eyes just sort of explode. And the T-Rex just collapses on its side right in front of you.
What a shame.
What a shame. Oh.
Tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So let's take a little break and we'll pick up after the break.
All right.
Okay. How long do you want now?
10 minutes max, 5 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See you in a bit, guys.
Yeah,
See
see ya.
Okay. Looks like everybody's back. Joe, Maddie, Henrietta.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. So the T-Rex collapses and Zindar immediately starts to cut it open by casting firebolts repeatedly and tries to climb inside the carcass.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Has it eaten his son?
Probably.
Well, this is a question, right?
I don't know why else he'd want to climb inside. That's why.
You can get Aegeus to help. I mean, this is his field of expertise.
True.
Aegeus looks at you and goes, "You help him." And he hides behind Satina again.
But man, what if he ends up burning his son's body alive? I mean, don't you want his son to have a little bit of respect? And you could help, and then you could take the meat.
I thought you didn't want me killing dinosaurs.
It's already dead.
It's all very confusing with you people.
Well,
and he shrugged his shoulders.
We're allowed to be.
I'm glad you said that.
That's it for you, see, you know. So
if I said that, there'd be like so many angry comments.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so does anybody stop him? Anybody try to help him? Anybody ask him questions?
I'm going to ask him, what the hell are you doing? Why are you climbing inside him?
And he looks up at you all. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drop the moonbeam as soon as I see him approach.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That would definitely go over badly. Roll initiative. Yeah, he responds, "Well, I saw in your mind where you buried my son and came to try to rescue him from the crabs and found the grave completely desecrated and assumed that some carnivore or some other creature came by and consumed him. So I've been on a quest to find his remains so I can bring them back and have him brought back to life. And every day that goes by increases the risk that I won't be able to get him back in any reasonable shape."
So you don't know if it's actually in this dinosaur?
No.
Have you been just going around massacring dinosaurs to try and find your son's body, which might be decomposed? Do you want to bring him back like that?
Do you even know if it was a dinosaur?
Well, what else could it be?
Did you see any tracks by the grave?
Yes, I saw some tracks.
What kind of tracks?
Big feet. I don't know.
Okay.
They weren't dragon feet and they weren't humanoids.
Okay.
Most of it was washed away by the tides.
Okay. Cora, do you have prepared a spell where you can locate an object? Do you have that spell prepared? Because I don't.
I don't know that I've got a locate object. I've got locate creature.
Might work.
Yeah, I've got locate creature prepared.
Does it have to be alive?
Oh.
Doesn't say.
No. This is a creature. I mean, technically, are you a creature if you're dead?
Just to settle this technical question, which is a good one, a corpse is an object.
Okay.
Yeah. An unanimated corpse is an object. So just to differentiate, like a skeleton that's animated would be a creature. A skeleton that is not animated, it's just a dead skeleton just laying there, that would be considered an object.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
I don't have locate object prepared, unfortunately.
No. Neither do I.
Another concern on the table is the volcano still exploding?
It is still exploding. And
Okay.
actually, as you are looking at the volcano, you see a swirl, a contrail of energy coming from the volcano heading in your direction. Although it looks very slow, you realize, because it's coming at a slight angle, that it actually must be traveling at a very high speed because it's very, very high up in the sky.
Okay, time to move. Gotta get out of here.
Isn't this how the dinosaurs were wiped out?
Yeah.
We're about to have our own extinction event.
Exactly. We'll have to find the dinosaur somewhere else, but we'll get killed if we stay here.
Is Sindor still inside the stomach of the dinosaur? Or
sorry, what's that, Henrietta?
Is he still digging inside the dinosaur?
Yeah, he's actually all the way up into the dinosaur. Okay. The only thing you see are his feet.
Okay. Do you find anything? I'm just gonna.
And he pokes his head out, and it's completely covered in gore.
Oh.
No, not yet. Are you going to help me look?
We need to be quick because things are falling from the sky.
Well, I think you ought to help me since this situation is partly your fault.
Sure, I'll help you. And
I'm gonna get in there with him.
Dive in.
Okay. Since you do dive in, he doesn't get angrier. Although he does still look at Meridian.
I'm avoiding eye contact. I will make myself busy looking for other tracks, other large tracks way over here, away from him.
It's like Emma, stay on the screen. You're too far off the screen. As you all dig around inside this dinosaur, after about sort of 5 minutes or so, you realize there's probably not a humanoid body in here. It would be very hard, even for a dinosaur this size, to have a humanoid body that you wouldn't be able to at least feel, or with all the poking you're doing. And he climbs out and says, well, I guess I have to go hunt some more. Are you coming?
If we can wait until tomorrow, I can cast a spell which can locate him.
Well,
perhaps
we should get
what you want. You can do what you want, but I'm going to keep searching. I need to find him.
Okay.
We go with.
I just don't want to kill all the dinosaurs on the island.
And that's clearly what he's going to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he is going to literally rip open every single dinosaur on the. First of all, Zendar is not an expert on dinosaurs, although he lived in Port Nyanzaru. He's, more of a sorceress expert on dragons. So for all he knows, any one of these things could have eaten his son. Yeah. And for the most part, we don't know for sure historically whether or not truly herbivorous dinosaurs like, Triceratops were entirely herbivores, or if they were, opportunistic omnivores, right? So it's entirely possible that they would also eat, scavenge protein where they can find it. So from his point of view, he's going to keep looking.
Yeah.
And the only way to know for sure is to cut every single one of these things open.
Actually approach and say, Zendar, I understand your concern, but you are in very bad shape, and if you die, then there's no way he's going to come back. We should rest for the night, and have Dallin help us in the morning. I'm trying to persuade him to give it up for now.
I can also prepare it, and then we can have 2 shots at trying to find him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll let you roll persuasion. It'll be tough because, but.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh.
Hey,
somehow I feel like that's karma. I feel like that's karma.
Probably.
He looks at you very suspiciously.
Fine.
No passive aggressiveness there. Oh, Emma.
Hey, I tried.
You're a good sport. You're a good sport. Anybody else have anything they want to try to do?
Maybe we can go back to the beach and have our friends that understand animals check out the tracks to see if they are able to see what kind of dinosaur could have made those tracks.
True. That might be wise.
Yeah,
and then at least
that could cut down on which dinosaurs we go for.
Exactly. And so we're not attacking every dinosaur we come across, because that's just going to be a waste of time and effort. And by the time we kill every dinosaur just to find the one that may have eaten Zagig, then he'd already be decomposed. He's already turned into goo.
True. Sindor, do you know
very, very smart.
Do you know if Zagig had anything magical on this person?
Excellent question. Zagig, my son, wanted to prove himself. He refused all attempts to give him any kind of protection.
Okay.
He insisted he wanted, like his old man, to make his own way. I was very proud of him at the time. I felt, and he looks in Meridian's direction, that he had enough protection already.
I understand. Okay. Should we go and look at the tracks to see if we can discern what kind of dinosaur that might have been here? Might have taken the body.
I think we should ask Sindor if he'll come with us.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a follower of, what was it, Bahamut? Or the good dragon? Perhaps he had a holy symbol on him.
Yeah, but if it's
yes,
not
well done, Emma.
Magical, then I was just thinking of using detect magic.
Okay.
Just to see if we get close to some dinosaurs, I could bring that up and see if.
Okay.
Yeah. If I can sense anything about.
Well, yeah. Let's keep an eye on the following meteors.
Good idea.
So you guys are going back to the beach?
Where we buried Zagig.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to just lump you together.
Is Zindar coming?
Yeah, Zindar's coming with you.
Yeah, good.
He agrees that as long as something is happening, he's willing to go along with it.
Okay.
He doesn't want to just sit around and do nothing.
Understandable.
So, yeah, you're back on the beach. What do you guys want to do?
Check for tracks.
Search for tracks.
Yes.
For any clues?
Any
It would help
clues?
if I put you guys on the beach. Sorry. I was on the beach, but apparently I didn't put you guys on the beach. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so now you guys should be on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Where it all started.
Okay.
All right, so you're on the beach, you see the tracks. What's next?
Can I discern what kind of tracks it is?
Sure. What skill do you think that might be?
Either survival or nature. I don't think perception.
Yeah. Well, perception would definitely tell you they are tracks, but you're right. Identifying it is probably more like survival. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to guide myself before
Excellent.
looking at these tracks, and I'm going to use my inspiration.
Wow.
Awesome.
I want to find out what this is. Let's hope
I
it
want
works.
you to find it.
So 21.
Nice.
Wow.
Let's hope that it's enough.
So the first thing you notice is these are not dinosaur tracks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Come on, Emma. Was it ever gonna be that easy?
No. To be fair, tracking down a single dinosaur on an island of dinosaurs is also not easy.
I'm pretty sure that's a Chultan saying. It's like trying to find a dinosaur on an island of dinosaurs.
So can we discern what kind of tracks they are?
You can. Yeah. They are, in fact, dragon tracks.
More dragons?
Oh.
Jesus.
And the plot
There's another
thickens.
one.
The plot thickens.
Okay.
Well, dragons are like his thing, right?
Sorry?
Zindar's? They're like his vibe, his thing.
Yes.
His deal.
Well, they are, but it's not like he's a ranger or anything. I mean, you know.
True.
It's like I don't know if you guys ever seen humanoid footprints in mud. I mean, unless you kind of know what to look for, you couldn't really tell a whole lot about them other than their footprints.
Yeah. Well, is there anything like around in the, like on the beach that could like, maybe like a scale or a burnt up wood or something, or an iced flower? I don't know. Something along those lines to help us determine.
A scale or burnt... Oh, you mean what kind of dragon, you mean?
Something like that. Just something to give us a clue.
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Okay.
Can I help her with this?
I'm going to guide her.
Sorry, what did you say, Emma?
Can I help her to give her advantage since I...
Yes.
Dragonborn?
Sure. Yeah, since you know a little something about dragons yourself. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
What is guidance?
Plus D4.
A D4?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage by helping out.
Thanks. Okay. Perception. 19. Ooh. And then
she don't need your stinking guidance.
So it's a 22?
Nice.
22. Yes. Well, the first thing you notice is that there are little bits of broken scales occasionally that you find on the beach. They look like they're black but as you pick them up, they stink of putrefaction.
Oh no.
Oh
What?
my.
What? I'm gonna show the party, be like, hey, do you guys recognize this? Does my hand stink afterwards?
Oh, it's awful. It's like the kind of stink that you know that you can never get off.
Nice.
Although I guess technically prestidigitation would solve that problem, but
I got rid of it when Ellie was around because she had it, and so I never put it back.
Huh.
Interesting. I have some interesting thoughts about that.
Me too.
You guys want to share with the class? I know nothing about dragons, man.
Meanwhile, that contrail that you saw from the volcano lands back roughly where you were before, and you can see a gigantic explosion and tons of ash coming up in the air.
We should pick this up.
You know,
I'd rather not be jerky.
A putrid black dragon scale when we were supposed to have hunted them down seems real suspicious to me.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That was actually one of the first things that entered my mind was the curse. But I thought that maybe he had woken up from the curse. But wouldn't be that easy, would it? Had to be a dragon. Well, do we see a lot of the tracks on the beach, or just the few around the empty grave?
Although you can see them, in order to determine exactly how many and what direction and everything else, why don't you roll perception?
Okay. That's the first P. Ooh.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow, nice. All right. So the interesting thing about this is the tracks, generally speaking, they kind of head off into the jungle, but then there's a pair of tracks that head into the water.
They're both back.
But didn't we dissect them? Did we bring a lot of the meat and stuff back to the island? No, back to Schultz?
Yeah.
Zindar looks at all of you, says, "What is this? You seem to know what's going on."
It would appear to be 2 black dragons that we have already killed.
Yeah.
You killed dragons?
Not by choice, they attacked us.
I like throat clearing.
It was self-defense, but
yes,
they're back.
Like I told Aegeus many times, this island is cursed. Yeah,
Aegeus looks.
Are they back?
He looks at you. You didn't tell me exactly what's going on.
Oh, we have also fought zombie T-Rexes, so it seems like
they could be zombies.
Yeah, there might be some zombie dragons.
Zombie dragons?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just making that up?
Nope.
No, actually.
Look, if you don't want to help me...
We do.
Dive into the Mind Palace.
Satina, show them the scales.
Dive into
Oh yeah, I'll hold up the scales. Oh, look at that. Does that look real? Does that look normal? Does it smell normal?
And he clamps his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's been dead for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie.
Dead to move, huh?
Do we know if when we were in the caves where we found Sageg, do we remember where there was 2 ways? One of the ways went out to the sea, and one into the dragon lair when we were in the caves. Do we know if that tunnel comes out on this side? Can we discern that?
I'm sorry, Henrietta. You're asking where the inside the dragon lair itself, which ways the exits came out?
Yeah, there was an exit out into the ocean from the dragon lair. Do you know if that's on this part of the island?
It's a bit further away, but it's on this side of the island. Yes.
Okay, so we know approximately where it is, right?
It's, let's see. So when you came out and immediately were on the island itself, weren't you? Did you? So did you? I can't remember. Did you guys exit through that exit?
Did we?
Because we had to get the body. No, wait. Yes, we did though. We did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you would have you might have a rough idea if you can roll history checks to remember, because it is a big tropical jungle island, right? So it's a little bit, at some point all the green jungly stuff looks kind of the same. But yeah, you might be able to tell where it is.
Or we can just go back to the lake and go down.
Well, I think a big old rock just landed in that area.
Oh.
So it might have closed off that passage.
Might.
And it might have boiled the water down there.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna explain to Sindor that we might know where the entrance to the dragon lair is, for the dragons that we fought, and that his son might be there.
You saying I have to fight a dragon to get back my son?
Well, you won't be alone.
Zombie dragon.
No. Is that all?
That's all. Maybe 2. It might be 2.
Maybe 2. Just to make things interesting.
There might be 2.
Any other bad news?
Well,
we forgot about Hrimfaxi and
Cud. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So what was that, Emma?
I was gonna say, well, they're also black dragons and notoriously evil. So.
Apparently, evil's relative around here.
I'm aware of my heritage.
Passive aggressive.
I'm not denying it. White dragons are just bad, but.
Well, I see that. Are you saying that these tracks go into the ocean and we have to go into the ocean to find them?
Yes, but if we wait until tomorrow, I can make us all breathe on the water.
Wait, we can also use locate creature as well now if we know what we're looking for.
Yes.
Can't we?
Yes, we can.
We can.
And we can tell if he's down there.
And then we'd really know if it's the same.
Or locate objects.
Yes.
So are you going to, can you post locate? Oh, you've got it up there. Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. So it's 1,000-foot range. Okay.
Yeah. I think object 1 is similar, but it's just an object instead of creature.
Yeah.
I can find it.
Or the nearest creature of a specific kind. Okay, so that's what I was just double checking. So long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet at least once. Okay, yeah.
That we have.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, and that's the locate object. If you need that on a corpse, as you said.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, am I waiting for you, or are you waiting for me?
Well, we're kind of waiting for Sindor to hopefully accept
Meridian.
to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah. Meridian's going to the edge of the water and just looking into the water.
Okay. Maddie, roll a d20.
Okay,
yep, here we go. I suppose I don't see a big black dragon swimming around.
No, but you pull your toes back just in time as a hermit crab tries to latch onto one of your big fat juicy toes.
Hey, get out of here! I punt it.
Roll an attack roll.
Yeah. I suppose I would just be straight.
Oh my god!
It's actually athletics, but I'll take it because it's funny. So you punt the thing, and it just goes splash.
And I'm gonna walk back.
And it shouts some obscenity in French at you. Tic tac tabernacle. Which, for those of you who don't know, is actually a Quebecois curse. Right, Emma?
Yes, it is.
You sure like showed him, though.
Like that. Yes, I did.
You get 1 XP for that.
Let's go!
Grinded enough.
Zindar is thinking, so you're saying you're going to be able to find this supposed dragon?
Dragons.
Yeah. Dragons. Plural.
Today. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Unless you really think you can take on both by yourself, you may want to wait with us as well.
He looks at all of you. Let's have a group persuasion check. So everybody roll persuasion, and I'll take the average of the numbers.
Come on, gotta redeem myself here. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
That didn't
off to a
happen.
great start.
Ouch. All right, pretty good. Oh,
nice.
Wow. Okay, well, the average there is surprisingly not that bad. 23, 29, 52 divided by 4, so that's 13. And he just sits down in the sand and closes his eyes. And for those of you who are within 5 feet of him, you can just sort of hear my son, my only son. I should never have let you go by yourself. You tried so hard to make me proud of you, and this is what you got. You didn't deserve this. I'm a terrible father.
I'm gonna go up to him, and I'm gonna sit behind him, and I'm gonna take out my wings and wrap him up in my wings and give him a cuddle.
Oh, the feels. I don't know if it's the vaccination or.
Because I can be nice sometimes.
And he just sort of nestles up underneath your feathery wings. And he seems to close his eyes and just lay down. And with your high insight, you get the sense that perhaps Zindar hasn't slept in several days. He just basically passes out.
No.
Poor guy.
He's just a big baby.
Mm-hmm.
We all are.
I was going to say, aren't we all?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are basically going to take a long rest, it sounds like.
Yeah, fighting a dragon.
Right. Okay, so you guys take a long rest. Aegeus short of an alternative solution, says, well, I guess I could head back, but I mean, should I stay with you?
Well, yeah, we could do with your help with the dragons.
Please.
Pretty please.
Oh,
one last
fine.
favor for an old friend.
Oh. And he clasps his forearm with meridians and says, but I promise this is the last time. It's getting too dangerous with you people.
Last time.
And he immediately closes his eyes and falls asleep standing there leaning against Meridian.
Do I have to catch him?
Nope, you don't.
Just let him fall.
I don't catch him.
But your alignment definitely shifts to lawful evil.
It's already a neutral evil.
All right, fine. Neutral evil's even worse. Okay. So you guys take a long rest. Surprisingly, you aren't affected by too many other animals. You wake up to birds singing, more sulfurous acid and ash all over the air. It's very, very silent. There aren't the sounds of the typical, jungle fauna as you're accustomed to, having been on this island before. Those of you who are proficient in nature will know that this is probably a sign that all the birds and other creatures able to fly have flown the coop, so to speak, and maybe everything else is basically hiding out of fear of what's going on. You also see that there is smoke coming from the jungle very close to where you're located. Not like right up against you imminently, but it definitely seems closer than it did yesterday, possibly as a result of some of the explosions in the middle of the night. What do you guys want to do?
Well, don't we want to locate creature and locate object?
Mm-hmm.
Should we get closer to the den entrance first?
Yeah.
Get closer to the what, sorry?
The den entrance first?
Yeah.
Alright. Try not to step on any lava, folks.
So where are you guys going?
We're going to where the lake entrance is to the dragon den before we cast the locate spells.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Limited range and such.
Yeah, limited range. Uh-huh. Okay. So, yep, that's fine. So you're going to go back to that previous location then, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And while we're we're eating breakfast, I'm gonna cast Watch Breathing, which lasts for 24 hours, just so ritually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
okay. Cool. Yeah. There are a number of very large fires in the area, obviously a result of the bits of flame, etc., that struck earlier.
And I'm sorry, I was looking at the spells. I'm going to use the Helm of the Gods to pray to the Mogus for Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice.
Hopefully it'll be useful.
I don't suppose there's any dragon-sized bites out of the T-Rex corpse, is there?
I mean, the corpse is basically untouched.
Okay.
For whatever reason, the typical, other than insects and, things that maybe aren't smart enough to understand what's going on. There's really nothing seems to have disturbed it. I apologize. All the corpses are gone.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Sorry about that. Forgot about that. Yep. All gone.
Well, that changes things.
It does change things. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Well, I'll cast Locate Creature.
Okay.
And I'll cast maybe wait. Or should I do Locate Object?
So Locate Creature is a 1-action spell. Okay, sure. That's no problem. And it lasts up to 1 hour.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So you're going to do that first then, Cora?
Yeah. Try and see if the dragons are home.
Okay, so you cast the spell. And you, like, are you looking down the, are you kind of generally... Yeah, okay. So to your surprise, it pings off, but not where you expect. It's actually above you.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh gosh.
And
oh no, we're all clumped. Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing bad ever happened from being all clumped up in a game of D&D. And you see a very large creature flying down and landing in front of you.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's a bone.
That's cool. That's so cool.
That's very cool.
And a second one lands next to it a moment later.
Of course, I'm saying hello right to them.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
Do they have a bone to pick with us?
Oh, God.
All right. And on top of one of the dragons, you see your old friend, Real, although he doesn't quite look the same. He looks a little bit more serious, a little bit more majestic, perhaps, if you will. And he climbs off. And he says, I see you've returned. And you've brought some friends.
Hello.
Trying to find his son's corpse. Do you know where it is?
Hey, Geas, this is what we meant by cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Geas just looks at you like, you couldn't have told me that earlier, you little bastard.
Well, we promised not to.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't.
What do you mean by his son?
A dragonborn.
Goldworm? Zagging. Buried on the beach.
No longer on the beach.
Probably in the belly of your,
Do you mean him?
Oh.
Is that
As
him?
he climbs down from the other dragon.
I was afraid of that.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Sorry, man. If you don't want to kill him, we can take care of it. We'd understand.
What's Zindar reacting like?
Yeah.
Zindar looks like he's about to completely blow his stack. You've corrupted my son! I'll never be able to bring him back now, short of the most powerful magics.
If only we had that wish bow.
I know, right? Bloody selfish of her to leave a campaign.
just as a cool note, when you were saying Zindar's line there, like thunder boomed really loud behind me where I am at. So,
ooh, nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna. Don't mind me. Excuse me.
Yeah,
pardon
put
me.
us in the front. What?
See ya.
Oh my god, and he's got fireball.
Mhm.
And Aegeus just like does the same and hides behind you, gently pushes you forward.
This way.
Oh my god. Do you think there's a way we could talk this out, Rial? I mean,
I am Tyrell Var.
my apologies, Tyrell Var.
Reconstituted, and my phylactery has been made whole.
Oh well, welcome back. I see you got some dragons.
Thank you.
That's really cool. They look super dope. Do you mind if I take a picture?
Feel free.
Awesome. And I get out my little sketch pad and start sketching them.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna like cast fireball or something.
No, he is very powerful.
Yeah.
And I think his fireball could probably do more damage than mine.
Yeah, probably.
So, I don't want to compare fireballs. So, you made a friend. That's cool. Glad you're getting out there.
Made a couple friends, allegedly.
Yeah.
They serve my purposes.
What is your purpose?
Well, as I said before, I wanted to expand the influence of Thay and put myself in a position to join the leadership. And of course, I wanted to survive that pesky group of interlopers who tried to extinguish me twice.
Very good interlopers, huh?
Well, let's just say people who break into other people's homes and try to steal their things should be dealt with the most severest of consequences.
I'm just gonna like slowly take off the helm. Like
What
put
are
it
you
behind
doing?
my back. Oh, nothing. I have something in my hair.
The helm does not belong to me, and you earned it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna put it back on.
The centaur that you let die probably would have something to say about it, but I don't care.
How do you know?
My nightmare, however, shall come back to me once I call him.
Yeah. He isn't with us right now, but I think
He'll be yours for at least one more session.
okay. Sounds good. Sounds
That is a
good.
session. Seems to have some memory gaps here. Sorry.
It's something called metagaming.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know? Would you? How should I phrase this? Need to.
Cat got your tongue?
I don't want to say anything wrong. Is there a way for us to get our friend's son back?
Well, at this stage he has been animated, so he is no longer a corpse if that's what you intend to do. It would take very powerful magics to turn whatever is left into something resembling his previous self. I cannot do this myself, but I do have access to people who can. I would need to advance my goals and that of my nation in order to be able to ask a favor of them of that magnitude. If one of you would be willing to serve me in the capacity of an apprentice, I promise you that I would, in time, give you this option.
I'm going to look at Zendar. Look at
Zendar looks at you, and he starts moving forward. He says, I'll do anything for my son.
I'm going to put my hand on his forearm. And then I'm going to step forward and go, this is my charge, Zendar. I was tasked to protect your son, and I failed. I will do it. I have no memory of my parents. I have no past as far as I'm concerned. Let me take that place.
No.
He hugs you, and he reaches forward and presses his forehead to Meridian's, and he says, I was very angry, but I see now that my faith in you was not misplaced. And had I ever had a daughter, I could have only wished for her to be as noble as you.
Meridian's crying a little bit.
And as they come out of her eyes, presumably they turn into little icicles and crash on the ground. There's a mini hailstorm around your feet.
I'll step back.
And Tarol Var puts his hand on Meridian's shoulder, and as he does, Meridian, despite being a white dragonborn, feels a chill, which she realizes isn't actually cold, as in temperature cold, but a chill that touches her actual soul. And immediately she feels a surge of power. At the same time, she feels incredible pride. You now have my protection, and you will execute my orders faithfully. And he turns to Zendar and says, your son may remain here. His body will be protected under my own promise. Or if you wish, you may take him back with you. But unless you have the ability to control an undead creature, he will no longer be malleable after 24 hours. The choice is yours. Zendar looks at the rest of the party, including Meridian, and asks, what should I do? He's my son.
Tarol Var will keep his word.
He will.
He will.
Very well. I suppose I still am needed back in Port Nine-Zaru.
Yes, you are.
Very much so.
Yeah.
About that. We were tasked to bring you back.
Yeah. The reason we came to find you.
Yeah.
More bad news.
Yeah.
Aegeus is like, how many more secrets are you keeping from us?
We kind of forgot. There was a dinosaur fight. There was a dinosaur fight. Kind of slipped my mind.
The things at hand.
Yeah.
Tarol Var says to each of you in turn, some of you were blessed with some gifts. The nightmare you call Hrimfaxi
Yes.
was my steed and will return to me upon my calling.
He's a beautiful steed.
He is.
Yes.
And to be honest, he needs a master that he respects.
Yes.
But I believe he has grown fond of you. You may have him for a few more days. At the moment, and he pats the skeletal dragon behind him, I'm all right when it comes to mounts. But with this new apprentice, I will need him back soon.
I understand.
As for you, young man, and he looks at Aegeus, I have noticed you interfering with operations on my island. I don't think you want to make this your new home base, do you? And Aegeus, whom you all know is fairly confident, to say the least, shrinks a little bit at the piercing stare of his eyeless skull. No, that's... I was thinking it's a bit too humid here. I don't suppose there's some work I could do back in Port Nyanzaru.
Probably a lot of work.
I'm sure there's plenty.
Yeah.
There's an opening.
I hear they might be looking for a new rider after the scandal of somebody else.
Yeah.
Also true.
And he walks up to Satina and links arms with her and says, "Right, let's go."
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
No, let's go now. He gives me the creeps.
I know. But we don't want to make him mad. Wait till he leaves.
Yeah.
Let's go!
With a wave of his skeletal hand, Terrell Var climbs on top of one of the dragon skeletons, and he signals for Meridian and the body of Zagig to do the same. And he looks at all of you and says, "Remember, this is a secret between all of us. Any promises made will be void if the secret is given."
Understand.
He means that too.
Yeah.
And he looks at Meridian and says, "You shall be a good apprentice. Welcome to the dark side." And with that, they all take off.
Oh,
Bye, Meridian.
Bye.
Love you long time.
Just for kind of metagaming, I'm going to say I prepared plant growth. And I'm going to cast that so that flowers and everything around us just bloom when she leaves.
Oh,
A proper send-off.
Oh, that's sweet. Do I have something like that? I wonder if I have something like that. There you go. No flowers, but. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Does Meridian want to say anything as she flies away?
I was just going to say, as I fly away, I will just toss down the oddly shaped wooden dice I found as a keepsake for me. Little token to remember me by. I'll see you guys again.
Do you have any other magical items?
I tossed down my...
Can I get your +1 dagger?
Sorry.
I'll also throw away my platinum medallion of horror towards Cora.
It bonks her in the head and she takes 1 hit point of damage.
You sure what? Sorry? Your platinum what?
Medallion of horror.
Yes, because that is kind of your new patron, isn't it? Your new deity. All right. Well, the adventures of Meridian continue, and she will potentially advance on her own under the tutelage of the most evil but entirely lawful Terrell Var.
We might meet again.
Zindar, of course, reluctantly leaves the island, hoping beyond hope that the lawful side of things will overcome the evil side of things, because of course he is lawful good, and this goes against everything he believes in. But sometimes you have to make a deal with the devil.
Yes.
Aegeus is looking forward to his new career, possibly as some combination protector of Port Nyanzaru and or dinosaur racer. So you guys won by how much? And you used what spells? as he's asking Cora and Dallin.
You have to
And
keep that under your hat.
sorry?
You have to keep that under your hat, Cora tells Aegeus.
Oh, yeah. Of course. No, I would never share that detail. I mean, especially if I'm hoping to replicate it.
Spells? What spells? I never did any spells.
We don't need those thinking magic.
No.
And you guys get back to Port Nine Zaru. Just in time for Susna to find you at the port and say, "Oh, my friends, you're just in time. The poetry slam's about to start."
Oh, goody.
And you see Cud there, Hrimfaxi, and all of your friends and relatives and other people that you recognize, including the fig merchant, Lee, your little gemstone specialist dwarf friend, a couple of other folks that you recognize from the dinosaur races. It's a nice little setup. He's got both the actual restaurant portion of it, which has a rustic feel to it, although it's a little bit different from the one in Phandalin and Neverwinter, which some of you may have seen. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. And but then downstairs he's got a kind of a creepy feel.
Ooh.
Oof.
And the maitre d' stroke compere is your friend Clarissa. And she introduces everyone by first getting on stage and saying a little greeting. Welcome. Please enjoy your drinks and be prepared for a night of great poetry whilst I start us off with some music. And she pulls out this odd-looking corpse, which then she straightens out and starts to play music on it, like a massive cello. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Does it have 3 legs?
It
Looks
does
like
have
it.
3 legs.
It does.
It's a 3-legged cello. Human cello. And that's not even the weirdest thing about it. You guys are served a special tea by Susna. Yes, I'm trying something new. It's called pizza.
Ooh.
As you look at it more closely, you realize it's not olives, but rather cicadas.
Nice.
And he pulls out a plate of what he calls bacon, but it seems to be teeth. Cud is having a wonderful time, of course. He is sitting there enjoying the food and the drink, making a complete fool of himself, getting drunk, drinking all the alcohol he can find. This drink, this beer, is much better than tea. Screw the tea. And he pounds the table repeatedly. More beer! And then he starts to climb up on stage and he says, I will be the first one to join this poetry slam.
Okay. This should be interesting.
Yeah.
As he clears his throat repeatedly. I moo for my boo, and moo she does too. But no, it's not cool to shovel my poo. And he bows. As he does so, some people throw some rotten vegetables at him.
Hey! I'm gonna do a standing applause. Yay! Excellent!
Cessna says, "Oh, you could be a judge." And he taps Dallin on the shoulder.
Okay. Cud.
Primfaxi suddenly appears as well.
Ooh.
And Primfaxi nuzzles Dallin. And between your telepathic link, he says, "I have a poem as well. I would like you to read it."
Okay.
But you'll be doing that.
I can't do any poetry. I'm a judge.
And he looks at you with flaring, angry eyes.
Don't worry. I'm gonna have someone perform your poetry, of course. Of course. Who has the best charisma?
Well, we'll bring that up in a few weeks' time when we come back and finish off this little session. Who knows? There may be another interruption next week.
It might be.
Convenient. All right, folks. I think I'm going to have to call it a day here. I am running out of steam. But
well, you made the 3 hours.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, I tell you. I'm glad I did it, but I feel exhausted. Emma, I hope you enjoyed your send-off.
That was a cool send-off. Now I want to make art of them all standing there while I fly away on a skeleton dragon.
Definitely post it in the group. Yeah, typically when people leave, we just sort of disconnect them from the server just in case. But you're happy, you're welcome to stay, and I'll keep you informed, and you can interrupt and post stuff and do whatever. And of course, if you do have time and you'd like to rejoin, or for some reason we change dates and they work for you, certainly feel free to put your hand up in case you'd like to play again.
All right. I will keep an eye out. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah, good luck. It was really good meeting you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This was a wonderful, wonderful group to begin with after several years. So.
Okay, so I'll see you guys next week, probably, unless I tell you that I won't be. Yes, I won't see you, so I'll have to think about what I'm going to do for the other 3 of you. That's why I do want to have like 5 or 6 players, really, so that when somebody leaves, it doesn't feel so empty. But yeah, there's probably stuff we can do. Yeah, and in the meantime, if you guys could, for everybody who isn't already involved in the production side of things, i.e. Henrietta, really, if you guys do have some time and can listen to the recordings to give feedback.
So far. We have more about it. I sent a couple to Al, but I have some that aren't quite finished, but almost. So.
Yeah. But it would be good if folks can, I mean, I know it's a lot of work, but imagine how much work it is for Henrietta to do all the editing, right? So
yeah,
if folks could set up their schedules to allow for this kind of thing on a regular basis, because we're really going to want to do this, pretty much for every episode, presumably. At least until we get a really good feel for it. Unless, Henrietta, you think you don't need that. If you feel like you don't need it, that's fine.
I don't want to... like some feedback, at least on a couple. I don't need on everyone, but at least a couple.
So, yeah, I think that makes sense too. Yeah. Okay. So, we're all just trying to help you do a lot. You're already doing a lot, so we're all just trying to help you. And it's for everybody's benefit, right? It's not just feedback for Henrietta, but it's also feedback for each of us to improve our play and sound better and more interesting, whether it's technical or something role play related, or something I can do that's either role play or mechanical or even story related. That's always helpful. Okay. Any other admin points?
No.
Okay.
Cool. See you
all right. Well, see you guys later. Yeah. Okay.
And I hope to see you soon. So, bye.
Yeah. See Emma.
Yeah, see Emma.
Okay.
See Emma.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.